Welcome back to another episode of RunAway Routes.
Last episode, we were leaving San Jacinto outside of Houston, and now we're headed toward Austin. What did you want to tell them?
Well, if you look at the background behind us, we have some palm trees. Very nice sunny day. We are in the wonderful backyard of my parents' house.
A sunny day in Surprise, Arizona.
Exactly. So we get a little bit of Luke Air Force Base planes above us, which we don't mind hearing anytime.
Not at all. And I just pause.
Exactly. So, but you want to hear all about our travels.
And the things I messed up.
And the things that Drew messes up.
Absolutely.
That's probably what we should have put in the title.
That should have
RunAway
been.
Routes and how Drew messes up.
Episode 9, Drew messes this up.
So, now we are headed to Austin.
Yes, so before we got to Austin, we were going to have a quick stop.
Couple days.
I don't even remember the town, but it was Colorado River RV Park. It's 1,000 Trails.
1,000 Trails.
And we picked it because it was part of our 1,000 Trails and free. And here come the planes. So this is not 1,000 Trails' fault. It's my fault. I should have called and asked a few more questions. I left San Jacinto. We didn't dump. We were there for the night, so I'm like, I don't need to dump every single day.
Right.
So we had a full tank, not a full, but I mean 2/3 full probably of wastewater, both gray and black. We got there and I said, checking in, 50 amps. She goes, there's no 50 amp spots. Okay, it's November.
Right.
We don't need the air conditioners.
We can do 30.
30 amp we can handle.
Yep.
I said, that's fine. 30 amp full hookup spot. She goes, no, we don't have any full hookup spots. This kind of bothered me because I understand it's first come, first serve.
Right.
I get that. But you have to leave some spots available for reservations, or don't let me have the reservation.
Right. Or be specific on the reservation that this reservation will not have potential sewer.
Like we have 2 spots that are full hookups. And she was very helpful.
Right.
A little short with me, but helpful, saying, we've got a dump station. Well, I don't want to use the dump station. That wasn't the point. So we called the Austin locale and said, hey, we're there in 2 days from now. Can we come 2 days early and stay for 4 days?
Right.
And the woman at the Austin park said, absolutely. We can even leave you in the same spot. No problem. So we just turned the wheel and stayed on the road.
Yeah.
And that's part of the reason we do short trips, is for when things like this happen to us.
Right, because then it was just another 2 hours.
It was just another 2 hours. I don't think it was like an hour and 40 minutes.
It wasn't too bad.
Yeah, and I was still,
Thank goodness.
Fine. It hadn't been that long.
Right.
So other than the drive in and out of the park, it was easy. So we went up, and Austin was amazing.
Yeah, Austin Lone
Great
Star
time.
RV Resort.
Yeah, so...
And it's part of what collection? Sun
Resorts? Resorts, I think that's right. Yeah. We've been in a few Sun Resorts.
Right.
And
they're very nice.
Very nice. A little more expensive.
Yes.
But if you're going to pay a little bit more, at least you get it.
Right. And this would probably be one of the more lower end, even though it wasn't lower end.
That's a great way of saying it. This is probably one of their
it's not
low-rung Cadillac style.
Yes.
But
again,
it was still nice.
Right off the interstate.
The proximity to the city was well worth it.
Yep.
We had a great pull-through spot. The dog park was a big hit for the little boy.
Great. I think that was artificial turf, right?
It was artificial turf, and I think they do mostly artificial turf at Sun.
And they had benches and obviously places to get a baggie for your dog and trash cans to throw it away. And it was right next to, I believe, the laundry. So if you're doing laundry, you could have your dog right there too. So.
Absolutely.
But we enjoyed it.
Yeah, we really did. And then we enjoyed Austin.
Yeah.
We did a whole episode in Austin.
Yep.
Down below.
So this was a park that had an interesting, when you leave, right, the path.
Yeah, so the...
Because the streets are...
So you come in, there's a big
narrow,
gate, you check in, there's a nice gate.
Yeah.
You come in, you get to your spot. Leaving, you actually have to go up, and then you would think, oh, I just turn here and loop around. No, they want you to go all the way to the outside, all the way to the top of the property,
Right.
down, and then a long straight out.
Right.
It seems ludicrous when you're looking at it on a map,
Right. But it makes
when
sense.
it totally made sense
Right.
when we did it.
Yeah.
It made it so much easier just to drive straight out. There was no problems at all. And if we're going back to Austin, I could see us going back to that
Yeah,
park.
for sure.
Just saving up a little bit for it.
Yep.
But it was great. We enjoyed Austin. I can see us going back. Great experiences there.
That was right before Thanksgiving.
And that's when we were going to see my mom.
Going to see his mom in
So my
San
mom
Antonio.
flew out to San Antonio to visit us for Thanksgiving, which was a big, beautiful thing that she did for us. We really appreciated it. To catch up with us on the road.
Right.
That was really nice. So we stayed at another park.
Travelers World RV Resort.
Travelers World. And now we were going to stay at the Thousand Trails, which is about 40 minutes outside San Antonio. And my mom said, you know what? I'll help you with the cost. Stay in town. And that made it easier because then we were just 10 minutes from her hotel.
Yes, that was great.
So we could see her a lot more and not be like, okay, well, we got to go now because it's an hour out. We got to drive back and forth.
Yeah.
So that was a real help for us. Another great resort pull through.
Yes.
Met a gentleman who was checking in before us who had the same hookup as us. He had a Class A with a Jeep.
Yep.
And he turned his left turn signal on the RV and his right turn signal was going on the
that way.
Jeep.
Yep.
So when we were checking in, I said, hey, just so you know, your lights are reversed. And he said, what are you talking about? So because we knew about our lights, I explained to him what was going on. And he said, oh my gosh, all this time I didn't know. So hopefully he's got his fixed like we got ours fixed in Arizona. But the park was great. They had a lot of literature. They said, hey, there's been reports of bicycle thefts.
Yeah.
We took our bicycles down. We have a lock.
Right.
We weren't too worried about it. The area is kind of in a revitalizing stage. So I could see where you could be like, look and go, oh, this area is not so great. The park itself, it was like a little enclave. Super safe.
Another sun resort.
I agree. Yeah, another sun resort.
And again, another great dog park. If you watch our San Antonio video, I think even at the end we have Jimmy.
If I can't put it up top, I'll definitely put it down below.
Yeah, Jimmy racing back and forth.
Yeah.
He loved it.
He really did.
Yeah.
He loves turf. Because in our house in Arizona, he had turf, so it's
that's what he
reminiscent
was used to.
for him.
Yep.
But overall, great time in San Antonio. It was good for you to catch up, and we'll talk more about San Antonio on our video, so definitely watch that.
Oh, yeah.
And then from San Antonio, we were headed to
Fort Stockton, Texas.
Fort Stockton, Texas, and ultimately to Arizona, so Tucson, Phoenix, all that stuff
Christmas.
for the holidays and New Year's. So thank you for watching. What should they do?
Should subscribe.
And
comment if you want to reach out. Let us know where you have stayed in San Antonio. We'd love to hear that because...
Or if you've been to the Thousand Trails Colorado River and you say you should have stayed because it was a really great park, let me know that too. At that moment, I wasn't open to discussion while I was there with a full tank.
Right.
And going to be there a few days. I wanted to be able to, wanted to do laundry.
Right.
And you can't do it.
And we've been to many Thousand Trails since that experience, so we might even do a video just on Thousand Trails for people.
We might, but we understand that it's first come, first serve a lot of times, especially in California. We're okay with that because they tell you. What they didn't tell you is how limited the amenities for the RVs were.
Yeah.
And that was really what got to me at that time.
Right.
But let's end on a happy note.
Yay!
We really appreciate you watching, and we appreciate all the comments. Thank you, and stay tuned for further RunAway Routes in the future. from a different location.
Ooh, yes. Ooh.
Where? Mystery.
Thank you for joining us.
Awesome.
Amazing. 3 in Texas.
And we can hit 2 of them in California.
Yeah.
So, Ed and I are in Austin, starting our tour of the presidential libraries that are scattered around the different parts of the country.
Let me try that again.
Thank you.
Thank you, everybody.
Thank you. Marker. And here come the planes. And down below. Hold on, we got maneuvers real quick. Hope Maverick doesn't leave his wingman.
Today we had a great time in Austin while we were there. Today.